Are you unsure about where to ward in the mid-game after laning phase? If so, this is the perfect video for you. In this video, I'm gonna go over where to ward in the mid-game and explain the importance of rotating vision. I will also include a bonus tip at the end of the video, so make sure you don't miss that. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. In order to make this guide as simple to follow, I'm going to make the assumption that you are on blue side and you have taken all 3 outer towers. Alright, so the first scenario is that you are planning to take dragon, and the 3 places that you want to ward is this spot right here, this bush right here, and this spot right here. Okay, the reason you want to ward this bush is that it provides you vision of if they are trying to take this path, and you want to ward here because this can cover this path over here towards dragon pit. And you want to put this ward over here because if they are pushing a mid wave, you can see whether they're continuing to rotate to come through here or if they want to rotate through here. So you have enough time to react and decide whether you want to pull away from dragon and look to stand here to trap them and look for a pick, or if you just want to finish the dragon. The next scenario is when you are trying to siege bot tower. The 3 wards you want to place are this one here, this one here, and this one here. The reason for this ward is that it provides you vision for when they're coming directly from base, and it allows you to have more time to react if they were to come here, and you can decide whether you want to continue sieging the tower or back off. This ward over here allows you to see when they're coming through this way, this path, and also this path. This ward over here allows you to see when they're coming directly after pushing mid wave in and coming through here to come through here. You have more time to react with this ward than if you were to just have this ward. If you only had this ward, you have less time to react and you might be caught off guard. The next scenario is when you want to siege mid tower. The 2 wards that you definitely want to place are this one here and this one here. The 3rd ward is situational depending on whichever side you want to play towards. So if you're playing towards this side, then you want to ward this so you get more vision over here when they're defending. You can look for a skill shot or a hook more easily. Okay, now if you're wanting to play towards this side, looking for a hook or skill shot, then you want to make sure that you ward this. The next scenario is when you are trying to siege top lane. The 3 wards that you definitely want to place are this one here, this one here, and this one here. The 4th optional ward is this one over here when you're playing against champions that are likely to flank you, like Lee Sin and Zac, because if they were to loop around, you can spot that and then you can back off. But the reason why this is optional is that these 3 wards provide you with enough coverage so that you know when they are trying to come. Because if they were to look for this flank here, this ward is most likely going to spot them through this path, because if they're trying to flank, they'll most likely take this path and they'll walk this way rather than walking down here. So if you're sieging this tower and they decide to walk this way, they're most likely going for a flank. And if they walk this way, obviously they're trying to defend directly. So the reason why I have a pink ward over here is so that it can help spot out vision when they are to put a ward over here, because if the enemy team is defending over here, they're very likely to ward on this spot or this spot in order to see you, especially if you're playing any sort of hook champion like Blitzcrank. They'll definitely try to ward this so that they know when you're about to go for a hook and where exactly you are. The reason for this ward is so that it can spot the enemy over here so that you can land skill shots more easily, and also it can also spot them when they're coming from this path or they're coming from this path. The ward over here obviously also covers this path, and the ward over here covers this path and also the path from mid lane. So the next scenario is when you're trying to take Baron. The 3 wards you definitely want to place is this one here, and this one here. And for the pink ward, you definitely want to place it inside the pit so that if they were to ward anywhere over here, then you would be able to spot that and clear it. The reason why you want this ward here is so that you can spot them if they were to come through here, or this path, or even this path. And then this ward over here obviously covers this path and also this path. And the ward over here covers if they're trying to like Lee Sin steal over here. And the easiest way to place this ward is you want to hover your mouse right in between where the moss and the rock meets. So you want to click on it and it works every time, just like that. Alright. And For the fourth optional ward, if like one of your teammates like warded one this spot or this spot or that spot, then you want to ward over here, because this ward over here allows you to see after they push in the wave whether they're going to continue pushing the wave or if they're going to rotate. So you have more time to react and you get heads up. So real quick, I just want to go over rotating vision, even though it's really common sense and like straightforward. I just want to make sure I get this point out. What I mean by rotating vision is when you ward a certain area, you're only covering one quadrant of the map usually. Okay, so like if you're paying attention in the past 5 minutes, then you know exactly what I mean. If you're warding for Baron, then you only have these coverage and your bottom side is completely dark. Alright, so what I mean by rotating vision is after you ward, you're playing around Baron, you don't need this vision anymore, so you're free to come over here. If like let's say after Baron you want to siege bot tower, then you know, oh okay, I need to ward here, alright, I need to ward here, I need to ward here. Alright, so now the area that you have vision control of is on the bottom side of the quadrant rather than the top side of the quadrant. So the bonus tip that I wanted to give you guys is if you're able to ward an objective before it spawns, like let's say 1 minute ahead before it spawns, then what you want to do is ward the area respectively and then recall to get your charges back, and then you're able to put down more wards as necessary. Because a lot of the times, like let's say you ward these spots, if the enemy comes and scans and clears like 2 of these wards, then you don't have the coverage anymore. So that's why you need to be able to have an extra refill and replace these wards as needed. If you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel as I make a lot of guides and educational videos. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed the video or found anything helpful. And check out my Bronze to Diamond series if you want to fast track your learning curve. I'll see you in my next video.